Good evening. My name is Beth Blomquist from the town of Atkinson. I assume this evening is going to be very long, so in order to keep things moving and get us all home at a reasonable hour, I would like to make a motion to the rule around general comments and presentations, and that it be changed to state that presentations also be limited to 3 minutes.
There's been a motion made. There'll be a second by Jack Sapia. Any discussion on the motion?
Yes, this motion should not be put.
State your name for the clerk, please.
Leon Artis, Atkinson.
Thank you.
And I'd like to speak to this motion because I'd like to remind everybody here that this is the people's meeting. This is the one time a year that we as taxpayers who are going to be charged with paying the bill for whatever we do here tonight are the ruling people. We are the deliberative session. Quite frankly, I don't appreciate the rally that was just presented to us. If any of you have ever been to a deliberative session, you
Leon,
know
if we can stay to the motion.
the motion.
Address the motion.
There are people here who have wanted and been refused or not responded to that wanted to make presentations tonight. There are others that were granted permission to do a presentation tonight. They were allowed 15 minutes, and as of yesterday, your moderator rule cut it back to 10 minutes. This is germane, Mr. Bealow. Thank you. And this deliberative body has the right to overrule any moderator decision or any moderator rule by a simple majority. This rule to not only not allow a presentation of 15 minutes or more should be overruled by the body. And I would like that vote to be taken now. I'm asking that the deliberative body allow everybody to speak with their presentations in the amount of time it takes to get their point across without a big pep rally as we just heard previously.
Point of order.
Okay, we're all set, Leon. Thank you. Is there anybody else that wants to speak on it? On the motion is to limit presentations to 3 minutes. Mr. Bealow.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. I think traditionally in this venue at deliberative sessions of the school district and also of the town deliberative sessions I have had the pleasure of attending, comments are generally held to 3 minutes. I don't understand myself why some people would be allowed more time than others and have two different classes of presentations, if you will, and comments. So I personally endorse the 3 minute maximum for all.
Okay, anybody else would like to speak? Mrs. Green.
Thank you. The reason so many people are here today is because there is a challenge to the budget. People are interested in understanding the reasons there is a challenge to the budget, and it is patently unfair to the audience to deny the presenters an opportunity to explain why the budget is being challenged. That is why people are here tonight, and it does everyone a disservice to not allow that.
Thank you. Anybody else wish?
Mr. Moderator.
Anybody? Hold on. Anybody else wish to speak that has not spoken?
I stand.
Jack Sapia, go ahead.
I stand in favor of this motion. We have a very large audience here tonight. Usually we have about 50 people. Thank you all for coming, and after this we can start on the construction of the stadium. But you know, I don't know how anyone knows why everybody is here. That's a presumption. Both Dr. Metzler and the chair of our school board are officials. In their capacity, they gave informational, they shot out information about the school year. I think that's appropriate. And we're here to deliberate. So as articles come up and subjects come up, we will deliberate. So no one is being shortchanged the opportunity to deliberate the subject matter at hand. So I stand in favor of this motion for efficiency of time and so we can move the meeting forward.
Thank you, Jack. Mr. O'Neill.
Yes, Sean O'Neill from Danville. I would think that in the true form of democracy, everybody should be able to say their piece and let the issue live or die on its merits. I don't personally agree with what the Greens will be presenting tonight, but I will agree that they have the right to say what it is and let it live or die on its own merits. I just think that with the ability to move the question at any given time, if somebody's up here being long-winded, somebody can make the motion, and the motion, if it should carry, would end that presentation. So this body will have the ability to end a presentation at any given time with 2/3. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Kimberly Farrer, Danville. Has there been a second on the motion?
Yes, there was.
Can I
We have
amend
we
the
had a-
motion?
Nope, you have one amendment on the floor at any given time.
I'll speak to the motion then. I think it's unfair for people that have put forward citizens petitions, that have warrant articles on the ballot, that have prepared to present more fully their warrant articles, for them to be limited. So at some point, I'd like to make an amendment to the motion.
Okay. Is there anybody else who would like to speak on the motion to limit to 3 minutes?
My name is Brian Stack, Plastown, New Hampshire, and to the last person's comment, I have a petition warrant article here tonight, and I am more than fine with 3 minutes.
Is there anyone else here that would speak that has not spoken yet on the? Hi. Rick Blair.
Rick Blair from Plastow. What differentiates a presentation from someone just speaking? I don't understand the difference. Is it because maybe there's PowerPoints or because it's a prepared speech?
There's going to be presentations on quite a few of the articles this evening. And in the rules, there's 10 minutes for a presentation and 3 minutes for rebuttal comments back and forth.
I understand, but what I'm trying to differentiate is what's the difference between a presentation and someone just speaking? Is it that they have slides, or how do we, I don't understand the difference between the two.
Whatever they're going to use. If they're going to use their computer to do slideshows, anything like that. So if you just have general comments, it's limited to 3 minutes. If not, then you have 10 minutes to do a presentation. Dennis, if you hold on for a minute, Mr. Green. Mr. Green.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Everybody knows that I'm going to be moving an amendment to the budget. Everybody knows that the moderator's published his rules. I did reach out to the moderator and had an agreement on a 15-minute presentation. Yesterday, I learned I have to cut it back to 10. I have a 10-minute presentation. I wonder what people are so afraid to hear.
Mr. Heffernan.
I make a motion that we move the question.
Yeah, hold on.
Seconded.
Seconded.
Anything new to speak upon the motion? Something new?
Yes.
Go ahead, Mr. Artis.
If you're going to bring this vote, it should have come before the administration took up an hour and a half of our time with their presentations.
Okay, well. All right.
So,
There's a motion.
with
All
that
set.
being said,
All-
we should be given the same courtesy as the administration.
Thank you. There's a motion on the floor. It was seconded. Any other discussion on the motion? Something new, or I'm going to move it to, well, we also have a secret ballot that's just been handed to me.
Discussion on the motion.
You have something new?
No.